first episode of No Regrets with Parashar. Firstly, thank you very much for being here. And before we move on, let me build some context for you as to why this conversation and how this conversation. So, I came across this book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying, written by Bronnie Ware. Now, Bronnie was an Australian nurse and she used to work with terminally ill patients. So, for those of you who don't know, a terminally ill patient is basically someone who's about to get dead. It is clear that probably in the next 10 or 15 days they won't survive. Now, can you imagine your mental and emotional state if you've realized that I'm about to leave this world? Right? And Bronnie, on her part, what she would do is all of these patients, she would ask them this one question: what is it that you regret that you're taking along with you to the grave? Like, as you're dying and you realize that your life is about to get over, what is it that you regret that I wish, fill in the blanks? Now, compiling all of this, she's written this book. It's beautifully written, and definitely, if you can, you should rather read it, buy it on Amazon and read it. The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. Now, without wasting any time, let me really tell you what these top 5 regrets are. The first one is I wish I had done whatever it is that I want to do without bothering myself with what will people think and speak of me. Will I look stupid? Will I look like a joker? Will I look dumb? So, if you look at your life right now, what are some of the things that you're not doing because you have this idea in your head called what will people say? Right? So, you want to start listing down all those things that you're not doing just because you think, people will think something of you. It doesn't matter. And it seems that, when you realize that, okay, I'm dying now, all of these things don't matter. Fortunately for you, you're not terminally ill, right? And most of you are not. And you have an opportunity to actually alter this. So whether it's your education, whether it's business, whether it's job, whether you want to learn something, whether you want to do something, right? Whatever it is that you want to do, the best time to start is right now. Without waiting, without wasting any time, right? And unlike those, less fortunate people, I would say, you do have the time and opportunity to act on it right away, right? Might as well do that. So this is the first one. The second one that Bronnie said that people say that they really regret is, I wish I hadn't worked so much. So we all professionals, we want to do well in terms of business, in terms of careers, in terms of money. But it seems when you're about to get dead, all of this doesn't matter. What matters is spending time with people at a particular juncture that is not going to come back ever. So for example, watching your kids grow. Now it is something, if you miss the bus, you miss the opportunity to watch your kids grow, it's never going to come back to you. People make money at 80 and they're billionaires, right? So it's not like your age is a limiting factor. Watching your parents grow old, spending time with them as they're aging, again, this is something that is never going to come back. So if you're missing out on that, if you're missing out on things that you can only do right now, right? And not necessarily in terms of money, the money that you can make, but they really matter, especially if you look at the temporality of life. The temporality is basically something that is tentative, that will ultimately eventually end, right? So that is number 2. Number 3, and this is my personal favorite, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Now, how much are you holding on to? And you look at yourself and you look at your life, how much are you holding on to in terms of your emotions? Like, you want to tell people. Now, by the way, let me give you a statutory warning. When I talk about feelings here, I don't necessarily mean romantic feelings, right? This could be with your parents, your siblings, your brother, your sister, definitely with your spouse, with your kids, people you work with, your friends. It could be anybody for that matter. I wish I had the courage to say it. So for you, the opportunities, you're alive, and God willing, people you want to communicate with, they are alive. Please go ahead and do that. That is the third one. The fourth one is actually a continuation of the third one, which is I wish I had kept in touch with my friends. So if you look at your school, your college, your workplace, all of these people that you work with, and we live in a global world, people keep moving. We live in amazing times. You can call people whenever you want to. You can get on a Zoom meet with them, you can see them, right? Get on a Google Meet, talk to people. So this is again something which is critical that you and I miss out on. So for you right now, if you're watching this video, the moment you're done watching this video, please call people you want to call, talk to them, get on a WhatsApp call or a video call with them. And of course, when you do that, don't forget to don't miss out on sharing about this video and telling them about this video that you saw, so they can watch the video as well and subscribe to the channel, right? And finally, the last one. I wish I had allowed myself to be happier. So, how many things are you not doing that you really want to do for whatever reasons? I wish I allowed myself to be happier. So, go all the places you want to go, eat whatever you want to eat, drink whatever you want to drink, meet people you want to meet, because time and your lifespan is limited, right? So these are the top 5 things that people report that they regret as they're about to get dead, as they realize that that's it, game over. Now, with this in the background as a context, I've created this conversation, or you want to call it a talk show, whatever. No regrets with Parashar. My only commitment is you and I as human beings live a life of freedom and choice. And the only way to access that is if we are living a life where there are no regrets. You don't regret anything. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you want to alter that right away. When you have the time and the resources and the health to do it. Because it may not be so later in the future, right? So that is the only context. Now, the way we're going to do this is, the structure is very simple. Every week we're going to talk to people, talk about people, books, movies, whatnot. The whole plan is nothing but give you access to finding an outlet to expressing whatever you want to express and do whatever it is that you want to do in life. Now, if you're tech savvy, if you're comfortable, you want to get on a video with me and have a conversation with people, reach out there, that's perfectly fine. If you're someone who's camera shy, you don't want to do it, no problem, you can drop me an email. I'm sharing my email here. You can comment. If you have my number, you can WhatsApp me, whatever. The whole point is that you communicate. You communicate and get it out of your system, right? So this is the context of No Regrets with Parashar. I'm going to end this here, and next week I'm going to come up with some very exciting stuff. We're going to talk to people about things that they regret in life and how they can be altered and how they can create a new future from wherever you are right now. Okay, because it's never too late to start. And again, I'm repeating myself, that people have started businesses at 80 and they're billionaires. So really, if you're not already crossed 80, then there's no reason why you can't start right away. Right? So that's it. Thank you very much. I'm really glad to have the opportunity to have had this conversation with you. Thank you for your time, and thank you for watching this video in its totality. That's it. This is me, Parashar. I'll see you next week. And in the meanwhile, don't forget, no regrets. Bye-bye.